yeah, my strategy's been working really well, and I'm going to continue with it. Just baby steps, being patient.
One thing they say is that when trading is boring, you're doing it right.
Absolutely.
Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I'm here today again with Trader Nick. We had a chance to chat a couple of months ago. So a couple months down the line, we're starting to develop some more consistency and ongoing. Obviously, we get you back on here. Where are you at in the journey? Are you feeling like you're pretty consistent, week in, week out, month in, month out, or is it still part of a kind of an up and down journey for you?
It's been slow and steady. More so, I am getting more consistent, but it's those losing days that I still struggle with where I want to get back in there and I think I can make up for it. And that's when I get a little destructive and go beyond what my rules are and bend them a little bit, and it never works out great, but that's the hardest struggle that I'm still working on.
And I chuckle a little bit, not to make fun, obviously. I just know that we've all done this. We've all been down that road so many times before, and I think I've said this before, but I think it's one of those things where the temptation doesn't really ever go away. I think we just get better at managing it, and that's part of that growth process. I still struggle with that to this day. I know a lot of other traders do. So what have you done to try to manage this particular challenge for yourself?
The one good thing that has helped me out is within Rhythmic, you can set, hard stop losses. So, it's one of those things that you still can go back in and bypass it. But once you get some discipline, if it comes down to it and you do hit that max stop loss, you've just got to understand to throw in the towel. Don't be reckless. It really does help out. And I recommend it to anybody who hasn't tried it yet.
I went down that road when I was on Tradeovate. I'm on both charts now, and I'm not sure if I can do that. Hopefully I can. I'll have to look into that. Definitely is a valuable feature. And again, I know that that's probably the most destructive thing that we do as traders. So, having a couple steps in play. Look, you set your hard stop. Yeah, you can go. I know at least with Tradeovate, you can go back in and undo it, which I've done more than once too. We're not immune to the process. I often talk about the fact that so many times I've broken my rules and I've won, and I call that being rewarded for bad behavior. And the big problem with that is all that does is that encourages you to repeat that process. So at this point, working on that, of course, again, I think that's always a constant battle. How have you shaped and managed your strategy over the last few months as you continue to get more consistent? Has it changed at all, or are you sticking with what you've been doing?
I've been sticking with what I'm doing. With that I just trade futures on ES, and after that big dump that we've had, it's just been uphill. I think today we came back and broke all-time high, or pretty near it, just looking at volume for me and price action. Those are my two biggest keys that I watch, and it's honestly been, in my opinion, a no-brainer, just the way that the market's been moving.
And of course, we're day traders, so that means we don't just sit there and hit buy it, market open, and then just wait till the end of the day and see what happens. So presumably, obviously you've got some strategic key entry points or whatever the case may be. Do you find yourself struggling to maintain those, or particularly when it's almost easier than usual, or have you been able to stick with your commitment to your entry model?
For my entry model, I found that I seem to be jumping in trades earlier than what I should. I see the move coming, but I'm not patient enough to take entry what I have planned. And 9 out of 10 times it goes against me when I do that. So just, again, sticking with discipline, managing your rules, and just managing your trade properly. Yeah.
As they say, you get paid to be patient.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
It's definitely a process. So at this point, you continue to grow, you continue to develop. What's next for you? Where do you go from here?
I'm just loving the ride and enjoying it right now. I'm just going to continue what I'm doing, just staying with Apex. And yeah, my strategy's been working really well, and I'm going to continue with it. Just baby steps, being patient.
One thing they say is that when trading is boring, you're doing it right.
Absolutely.
I find myself getting caught up in the excitement and the emotion of the up days, the down days. There's emotion on both sides for sure, but it sounds like you've got a really good handle on just that slow, steady, continual growth pace, which I know many of us are at the point of, I wish I had more of that. So again, keep doing what you're doing. Clearly it's working for you. I would love to catch up a few more months down the line, get another update, and see how things continue to progress from here, and watching this all unfold for you, if that sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds great. I appreciate it.
All right, let's do it, Nick, man. I appreciate it. Listen, have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch up soon.
That sounds great. Thank you, sir.